So then, a question. What is Tantra? So earlier on we learnt that it was a special method. So now a more precise definition. What is Tantra? So Geshe defines Tantra as an inner realization. So it's an inner realization in here. Like I said this morning, Tantra is not a physical activity. It's not any external activity. It's an inner realization. It's inside. So I remember when I first heard that, it really helped me. Tantra is inside. It's inside. It's an inner realization. So what does this inner realization do? What's its job? The inner realization of Tantra. It has two functions. That functions to prevent ordinary appearances and conceptions. That's the first function. To prevent ordinary appearances and conceptions. And to accomplish the 4 complete purities that we talked about this morning. Purity of our world, our self, our enjoyments, our activities. So just all together. So you please try, as you're listening, to learn this off by heart, and then you can contemplate it at any time. So we think it's handy having Buddha's teachings on our iPhone or our iPad. It's even handier having Buddha's teachings in our heart. So one is a method to accomplish the other. So then you can be contemplating at any time. You know, there are times in our life when our body doesn't work very well. And perhaps we have to spend some time not being able to do our normal activities. This definitely happens as we get older. So then you think, this wealth of Dharma we've put inside our heart, we can be thinking about it. We must know what is Tantra, because as I said this morning, there's so much confusion. We within the new Kadampa tradition, through the kindness of Geshe, are working against that degeneration of the understanding of Tantra in this modern world. So what is Tantra? It is defined as an inner realization. That's the first part of the definition. It's an inner realization that functions to prevent ordinary appearances and conceptions and to accomplish the 4 complete purities. So if we meditate on this definition, more and more faith and understanding will come, and we will begin to understand, realize the preciousness of Tantra. So normally or sometimes we use the word Tantra to refer to Buddha's Tantric teachings. So Geshe says, although Buddha's Tantric scriptures are sometimes called Tantra because they reveal Tantric practices, actual Tantra is necessarily an inner realization that protects living beings from ordinary appearances and conceptions, which are the root of samsara's sufferings. So according to Buddha's Tantric teachings, ordinary appearances and conceptions are the root of samsara's sufferings. And it is these, in Tantric practice, that are our objects of abandonment, ordinary appearances and conceptions. So our next question is, well, what is ordinary appearance then? And funnily enough, that's what comes next. Don't you find that happens a lot? As you're reading, you have a question, and then in the next line, the answer to that question comes. So what is ordinary appearance? Ordinary appearance is our perception of all the things that we normally see, such as ourself and body. So again, it's helpful, if we learn this. It's our object of abandonment, according to Tantric teachings. Ordinary appearance is our perception of all the things that we normally see, such as ourself and body. Geshe has also said in his oral teachings, ordinary appearance is our perception that appears all the things that we normally see, such as ourself and body. This appearance is subtle, mistaken appearance. So it's ordinary appearance. It is subtle, mistaken appearance. Our perception of all the things we normally see, such as ourself, our body, our environment, etc. So Geshe then explains, why is this ordinary appearance, our perception of all the things we normally see, why is it subtle, mistaken appearance? It is mistaken because ourself, our body, and all other things we normally see do not exist, even though we always mistakenly see them. So we're being like fooled by appearances. This appearance is subtle, mistaken appearance. So why is it mistaken? Because ourself, our body, and all the other things we normally see do not exist, even though we always mistakenly see them. So all our minds are mistaken appearance. So why is it subtle, mistaken appearance? This ordinary appearance. Why is it subtle, mistaken appearance? It's subtle because for us it is difficult to understand that this appearance is mistaken. So we do not understand that our perception, this ordinary appearance, our perception of our body, ourself, and all the things we normally see is mistaken. We believe that perception to be correct, true. It's mistaken. So Geshe is saying, we call this appearance, this ordinary appearance, the perception of all things that we normally see, subtle, mistaken appearance. It's mistaken because these things we normally see, ourself, our body, and all other things we normally see, do not actually exist, even though we mistakenly see them. And it's subtle because for us it's difficult to realize or understand that this appearance is mistaken. Our subtle, mistaken appearance is the root of self-grasping, which is the root of all other delusions and suffering. So if we cause subtle, mistaken appearance to cease, self-grasping ceases, and all other delusions and suffering ceases. We can abandon this subtle, mistaken appearance completely only through the practice of highest yoga tantra. When we do this, we shall have accomplished the 4 complete purities mentioned above. So Geshe is explaining, and I would say it'll take a long time to contemplate and deeply understand and realize what Geshe is explaining in this paragraph.